Hi all. Thank you for joining me for some trauma-sensitive yoga. You are joining me at beautiful Flower Lake. It is on the way to Kearsarge Pass. We did our resupply today. So we decided to take a longer day and to do a little bit of videoing and do some classes, that sort of thing. So I hope that you enjoy this beautiful area while we do a little bit of breathing and a little bit of movement. Remembering that trauma-sensitive yoga is all about choice and empowerment. So if anything ever feels uncomfortable or you just can't do it or don't want to do it, then feel free to make that choice because that is yours. So grab whatever you need to make you comfortable. You can grab a chair, you can grab some blocks, some pillows, some blankets. And we're gonna start however feels comfortable for you. I'm gonna start seated. You can be on your knees, you can be in a chair. So finding wherever feels most comfortable, feels best for you. And remembering that everything that I'm saying is kind of, is choice, is just a guideline. And you can go wherever you need to, wherever your body needs to. If you get triggered, then you can go ahead and take a break, or maybe that you're done for the day, and that is perfect. That is perfectly fine. And you're out here, you're doing the yoga, you're doing the movement, you're getting those good chemicals flowing, and you're doing some awesome self-care. So finding yourself in a safe space, find yourself with enough space to be able to move, and then maybe when you're ready, beginning to sit it up a little taller. Actually, let's go ahead and rock it a little bit from side to side first, and then maybe from front to back, and then side to side, and front to back. So we're at about 11,000 feet, so if I get breathless, that's why. And let's go ahead and do some torso turns. And it's kind of, yeah. And then the other way. And then possibly sitting that up a little bit taller. Maybe imagining that your spine is kind of stacking as the crown of your head is lifting towards the sky. And as we're doing that, possibly maybe recognizing where you might feel this at. Dropping one ear towards one shoulder, if that's available. As we're doing this, think about so we're dropping our right ear to right shoulder, and think about our left side of the neck. And if you want, you can take that arm and place it down further. And imagine that you're maybe holding 50 pounds in this arm. And you might possibly feel a stretch right here, or maybe not. Again, recognize what you're feeling, and if you're not feeling anything at all, that is perfectly normal too. Trauma sometimes does that. But that's why you're doing this, is to begin to put those little nerve endings, that interoception, bringing that mind and that body back together. Let's lift the head up center when you're ready and drop over to the other side. So now we're getting our left ear to shoulder. And think about that right arm, very heavy down towards the ground. And again, recognize, there's gnats now. Again, recognize what you're feeling, if you're feeling anything. And also maybe compare, how does this feel compared to the other side? And maybe lift this up center. Dropping our chin towards the chest if that is available to you. And then maybe taking our eyes towards the sky. Again, we're warming up that neck a little bit, dropping our chin to chest. And you can take this at whatever pace feels best for you. And dropping chin to chest and eyes to sky. Bring this back to center. We'll do a little bit of sun breath. If you have shoulder issues, impingement, or if your arms are having a rough time, if you've got a flare-up going on of chronic fatigue or MS or whatever, then feel free to use your arms however you would like. And feel free to use your breath however you would like too. My nose is all stuffed up here because we've been out here for 5 days and it's just stuffy, so I'm going to be breathing through my mouth, but you can breathe nose and mouth, however feels most comfortable for you. Now I'm going to do some sun breath with my arms. So when you're ready, possibly inhaling and lifting this up, and then maybe exhaling and pressing the air away down towards the floor or ground or rock, wherever you're at. And then inhaling this up and pressing this down towards the floor, ground, rock. And again, inhaling this up. If it's available to you, if you've got your arms up, let's go ahead and take our left hand, right hand, and we'll take our left hand in front, our right hand behind. And maybe looking over to one side. And then lift this back up. And maybe taking it to the other side, again, if that's available to you. I know sometimes that neck can get really stiff. And then it can be really hard on the shoulders. That's a nice bird up there. And then lift this up. We'll do this one more time each side. Let's take this down, kind of nice twist here, and bring this up. And again, taking it to the other side, take this down, and bringing this up, and releasing this down. Very nice. Let's take our left hand, place it on the right thigh. Again, if it's comfortable for you, or if it's available to you, not comfortable, but if it feels available and like something that you want to do, maybe taking our left hand, placing it on right thigh. We can take our right hand behind us a little bit and maybe lifting up and slightly twisting, and you may want to take your head very slow because this can sometimes mess with the equilibrium, especially if you have low blood pressure. And then maybe taking our eyes and looking back a little further, and then gently bring this back to center. And when you're ready, let's go ahead and take it to the other side. So taking our right hand, let's take this around, and now maybe recognizing if you feel anything different or where you're feeling this at. Maybe putting that together. Are you feeling it low back, shoulder, neck, hip, leg? And maybe taking those eyes, looking back a little further. And bring this back to center. Good. Maybe shrugging our shoulders up to our ears, and then gently release this down. And again, shrug this up, and gently release it down, and shrugging up, and gently releasing down, and shrugging up, and gently releasing this down. Now we're going to go ahead and lean back. So if you would like, you can lean back against a chair or a wall, or you can lean back against your hands. Again, if it's available to you, so whatever feels most comfortable for you. And we're kind of going to do a little bit of a hip flexor. So we're going to take our knees and take them side to side. And you see how I'm picking my feet up. You don't have to. You can keep them planted. That might get even more of a stretch there. We're just going to take that side to side to side. And then let's go ahead and take this to one side, again, if it's available to you. Right there, bringing that back. And feel free to put a pillow or a blanket underneath any of this space. And maybe taking this to the center, and we're going to go ahead and twist. As we twist, this inner thigh and this glute on the right side are going to lift as we do a nice low back twist right here, and then bring this back to center. And again, maybe a little twist here, and bring this back to center. And twist this here, and bring this back to center. And one more time, take it to a twist, and bring this back to center. Maybe leaning it back when you're ready, and bringing those legs up nice and slow. Let's take it to the other side. So shifting that weight, making those legs into a zigzag if it's available. Again, feel free to put pillows or blankets underneath you wherever you need to. And let's go ahead and twist this here and bring this back. And now recognizing where you're feeling this at. Maybe possibly feeling it in a different area, or maybe you feel it in the same area. I am feeling it in my abs, which is interesting for me. So again, we're not judging, there's no judgment, it's curiosity. So it's interesting for me. that I feel this in my abdominals. But because of what I've been doing, that makes sense. But it might not. So again, just curiosity, not trying to fix, and no judgment. Good, let's go ahead and twist this again. And bring this back to center. And again, twist. And bring this back to center. Very nice. We're going to go ahead and move it down onto our backs, and we're going to move into some final relaxation. So grab your pillows, grab your blankets, grab whatever you need for this. And again, you can turn it off now, or I'm going to leave the beautiful scenery for you, and we'll do a few minutes of final relaxation. So gently beginning to bring yourself down, maybe laying yourself down onto the ground. And you could take your arms out wide, you could drop your feet open. If it feels best on your low back to bring your knees in, then go ahead and do that as well. So whatever feels most comfortable for you, best for you, finding that space that is quiet, that is yours, allowing yourself this time just to kind of sew together everything that you just did, and to encourage yourself. I encourage you. You've done awesome, and you deserve this time of quiet mind, quiet body.